Hey everybody, this is Easy, and welcome back to Let's Play Starcraft 2. Now, in the last episode, we made a good standoff against Minsk.
You know, for the most wanted man in the sector, you ain't that hard to find. I had to see it for myself. Little Jimmy Rayner, the people's hero.
Tychus Finley. Nice suit.
Pays to be prepared.
I heard they put you on ice. Life sentence. What? To give you time off for good behavior?
That's right, old buddy. I'm a model citizen now.
So to what do I owe the pleasure?
Just a friendly business proposition. Do you even know what the Dominion are doing out here?
I'm guessing you're about to tell me.
Digging up alien artifacts, old buddy. Your boy Minsk has gone crazy for them. But I got a contact that'll pay top dollar for every artifact we liberate from the Dominion.
I guess I can hardly pass that up now. Can I, Tychus?
Partners then. 60-40.
70-30. My way. Feels like old times already.
Old times.
That is a really big shot glass. If he's drinking that much, then damn, he's an alcoholic.
This looks recent. This you're doing, Jimmy?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Folks in these parts are ready to fight back against Minsk. Guess they just needed a little push.
You still take this whole revolution thing pretty serious, then?
Everyone needs a hobby, Tychus.
One thing that I found interesting is that they called him Marshal Rayner in the first mission, when he's never actually been a marshal since the Confederacy collapsed. So, yeah.
Sarah. Sometimes I think it would have been better if you just died that day.
No, don't say that, man. That's just sad.
This is Donnie Vermillion, live from the UNN studios on Core Hall. We've got a breaking story for you. Let's go live to our own Kate Lockwell on the fringe world of Marsara. Kate?
Thanks, Donnie. Rebel Jim Rayner has reappeared in a big way. He's attacked a Dominion depot near Backwater Station, seizing weapons and distributing them to the local populace.
Kate, I bet the locals are pretty nervous about having a notorious outlaw in their neighborhood.
Actually, Donnie, the people I talked to seemed really encouraged
Thanks,
by
Kate. You heard it here first. Jim Rayner, terrorizing the locals on Marsara. When we return, are your kids using stim packs?
Keep talking, pal. I'm just getting started.
Now, a lot of people say it's a reference to Fox News, but I think they make it apparent that it's CNN. I mean, UNN, it's kind of easy to figure that it's CNN, not
Call me
Fox.
curious, but how'd you get out?
Well, I busted out of my cryo freezer while they were transporting me to New Folsom. Oh, I must have killed at least a dozen guards with my bare hands.
Yeah, I've heard this one before. But you left out the part where you walked on water. Made off with the warden's daughter.
Don't you get uppity with me, boy. I heard all about you becoming a big-time freedom fighter while I was away. What happened, Jimmy? The war for truth and justice get too much for you.
I ain't licked yet, Tychus. And I promise you, Minsk is going down, one way or another.
I hope so. I mean, the guy is kind of old.
Thanks to your actions, Marsara is now in a state of open revolt against Arcturus Minsk. Ex-convict Tychus Findlay has revealed the Dominion came to Marsara to excavate an alien artifact. Seizing the artifact will strike another blow against the Dominion and generate funds from selling it to Findlay's mysterious contacts.
Best unit we can get.
This old outpost don't look like anything special.
Keep your shirt on, son. Dominion engineers been digging out here for months. See that crane? They're getting ready to move the artifact they found off-world.
Well, I'll be damned.
See? You gotta have a little more faith, Jimmy.
All right, time to give the Dominion a wake-up call. Let's smash that base and haul that baby out of there.
Now, one of the reasons that I'm redoing this Wings of Liberty part, it's not just doing Heart of the Swarm, is because when they released Heart of the Swarm, they released a feature in the game that shows you how many current workers you have mining minerals, how many have mining gas. The reason I'm doing this is to show you proper macroing, and that way it's easier for me to show you guys optimal strategies to do this. But they didn't add in the freaking
Not enough
auto
minerals.
mining that is in the other game.
We'll need a lot more Marines before we take on the Dominion outpost. Train them up at the barracks. While we're at it, extra SCVs will help us harvest minerals faster. Train them up at the command center.
And this is a very, very, very straightforward mission, if you can't tell. It's a tutorial mission, which literally is telling you, it's teaching you how to build a base. And I mean, if you're playing Starcraft 2, I assume you played Starcraft 1. And there's some secret mineral caches up there, not really secret, but there's some mineral caches up there that just help you along the way. Those things are useful because you can get gas this early on, but it's not really worth it. And no, I'm not going to get 24 million, get about 17 or 18 on that, and 3 on the gas I'm going to need.
SCV ready. Gotcha.
So don't worry about me maxing. I'm not going
Complete.
to perfectly macro this,
Not enough minerals.
because you don't really need to. I mean,
Insufficient Vespine gas.
SCV ready.
game. Do we need words here or no?
Big job, huh?
And I'm going to have more than one barracks. Just for right now, I'm pretty much just playing defensive till I get my macro up.
SCV ready.
The doctor is in.
And the really useful thing is this right here, because that tells you all the units you have that are army units, which are medics, marines, those fighting units. They don't count in SCVs. SCVs just show up right here if they're idle, which they should never be.
In the rear with the... What's going on?
And now that I have 3 guys mining gas, it's all you need for gas. You don't need any more for gas at all, because
SCV ready.
you just don't need the money for gas. And this, I'm pretty sure guys, by this point, you've played the StarCraft 2 campaign by now, because this game has been out for a little while.
SCV
If you
ready.
haven't, and you haven't seen my other OP of it, which I now actually have locked, so you guys can't see it. The reason that I have it locked and not continuously using it
The doctor is in.
is because I use it more of a reference. Where if I get stuck somewhere, I don't know the optimal path I should take, which you guys find out what I mean by path in a little bit.
SCV ready.
I can go back to my previous OP that worked, and I did it successfully, and see how I did it. When this Wings of Liberty is completely uploaded, I will take those videos down. So, it's not a permanent thing. It's not... like, I don't know what I'm doing, because obviously I do in making these videos.
SCV ready.
And this is also going to have more commentary, more in the line of just the story and everything. If you guys played StarCraft 1 and StarCraft Brood War, and I mean, if you haven't, I feel really sorry for you because it's a great game.
In the rear
You would
with
know
the...
that
Go ahead.
Minsk betrayed
Yeah,
everybody.
SCV ready.
Mengsk betrayed Kerrigan. Mengsk betrayed Raynor. So this is pretty much straight up a revenge game. This game is based solely on revenge. Raynor wants the revenge for the loss of Kerrigan, and he wants to kill Kerrigan. Because he did swear in Starcraft 1 that he will one day kill Kerrigan.
SCV ready.
But will he live up to that promise? We don't know. We're trying to find out. That's what the point of this game is to find out if he can live up to his promise to kill Kerrigan.
SCV ready.
I don't know if he will. I don't know if one day they'll pull the story where he does kill Kerrigan. I
You scared
don't
me.
know what will happen in Heart of the Swarm. I think it's very interesting. This is actually a very interesting story that they're pulling off. If they pull it off right, it could be a really good story.
Can't wait.
And something that I didn't mention that I should have, if you noticed,
Orders received.
when they came and attacked me, they will always target the medics first. That's a brutal only thing. They don't do that in any other difficulty but brutal.
Commander,
The reason they do it on brutal is because they're trying to make it hard.
Good. That'll keep the Dominion off our backs.
And in doing so,
Those folks need our help, Tychus. There's no way we're leaving them to rot.
that makes it harder for us to keep our men up, our men intact, and oh god, our men to do anything because they're shooting our medics, and the medics tend to heal the actual soldiers first
Roger that.
rather than
Of course.
everybody else. So
Armed and ready.
yeah, they're gonna be stuck there
Give me orders.
shooting medics,
Want a piece of
and
me,
we can't
boy?
heal after a certain point.
By the
We could be
numbers.
screwed. So brutal is as it says. It's not easy. They did not make this easy mode. I wouldn't be playing it if it was. I don't like taking easy road in games.
Rebel scum.
I mean, if you guys have ever seen me play games even for fun, I always challenge myself. I always do the hardest modes I can.
Well, you guys sure are a welcome sight. But we're with you. Just tell us where you want us.
Welcome aboard, boys.
Want you guys in the front lines.
Dominion can go to hell.
Raynor's the man.
It's Raynor's boys.
And if that happens, you're shit out of luck. Now that's a situation where the medic messes up and doesn't heal her own her own target. She healed the medic, not the Marine.
Armed and ready.
That issue can happen. I've seen it happen too many times. I don't like it. But it can happen. And I don't like it when it happens because when it happens, our guys die.
You're the boss. Yep.
And losing our guys is not a good thing.
Want some?
Yeah.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Now, they're not going to make a force that can bust through this wall of men that I have right here. However,
Been waiting on.
I cannot attack them yet. If I attack them, I will be destroyed. And you will see why soon enough. Now, the thing we gotta make sure we don't do is that.
Bad guys are that away.
Sure.
And lure them. Make sure they don't lure us into a trap.
Aye, aye.
But we do need to make sure we keep killing their medics.
Piece of me, boy.
Because those medics are going to be our bane. Those medics are going to be what kills us. Because they will keep the Marines up. And that is what you do not want. You don't want those Marines to be up. You need those Marines to be down there. And the Marines to die.
Armed and ready.
Now, the bonus objective was to rescue the rebels, and we did that. I'm going to attempt to do all the bonus objectives, but I will not guarantee all the bonus objectives. There are some missions later on that are just really hard, and I'm not going to risk doing the bonus objectives. I'm going to save that here just in case. I'm doing that just because
I'm on it.
you'll see.
Of course.
You'll see why I'm doing that in a second. Trust me, you'll know why if you've ever played this mission before.
Warning. Dominion Hellions approaching.
That's one reason.
You gonna give me
wet my guys down a little bit, but not too much. I was expecting more deaths than that. Now, there is a certain point where you can get too many men and you won't lose anything. The good thing is those are not blue flame Hellions, they're just regular Hellions. However, the bad part is...
Nice job cleaning out that bunker, Jimmy. Between your boys and my skills, we are gonna go a long way together.
Bad part is we lost more than half of our troops.
You got it.
And I'm training nothing Marines right now. How many megs do I have?
Armed and ready.
Quite a few. I have enough medics to actually make this work. Not worried about that.
Boys.
Now once all these guys get over here, I will press. However, there's a specific unit right here that we need to watch out for. Again,
Better be good.
if you played this before, you will know what I'm talking about.
You gonna give me orders? Of course.
So we're moving up slowly,
Roger that. Looking forward.
trying to bait them.
Been waiting on you. Keep your
Mineral
go.
Baited them good. That's what I was trying to do, is just bait them. So what we're about to do is make sure we don't move up too far. Because if we go too far, we're going to get hit by something. I can't remember exactly where that threshold is.
mineral field depleted.
I believe it may be the
Mineral
supply
field
depot.
depleted.
And they have something called a reactor on that barracks, which means they can turn 2 Marines at once.
Why not? Sure thing.
Now, I could probably press up and just kill what I want to kill, which I'm actually going to do right now. Screw it.
Orders received.
Now, I'm ignoring every other unit I
Mineral
see
field depleted.
until we destroy this siege tank. Anybody who's played a Starcraft game before knows how powerful siege tanks can truly be. Now that we have that destroyed, this mission is pretty much won. So if you need help with this mission, take a look. I've showed you the easy way to do it. It's not hard. And so the second mission of the game is to teach you pretty much how to build a base. It's not supposed to be hard.
You got it.
I'll never criticize somebody's
Mineral
skill at a
field
game,
depleted.
but if you need help, leave in the comments, and there's not a mission on here that I cannot help you with.
Gangway.
You're always in brutal, because I always try to challenge myself by doing stuff like that. Yeah. But StarCraft's story, this picks up pretty good. It's not like some other sequels like Diablo 2, for example, Diablo 3 for a big example, where the story doesn't really follow the previous game.
Yes, sir.
This story follows exactly what StarCraft 1 left off, given a 4-year advancement, as I mentioned earlier. The game itself mentioned that.
Crane controls accessed. Decrypting security overrides. Crane control established.
Beautiful. Now let's reel that sucker in and get out of here.
And now that we took out that little establishment, the little outpost you would call it, that Meg's set up there, what will await us next? What will Meg's throw at us next? Find out next time on Let's Play StarCraft 2.